Black-eyed kids in Louisiana. It was about 3 years ago, November 2012, when I was working at a small gas station in northeast Louisiana. We were the only small shop and 24-hour service station in miles just off the highway. I worked the night shift. I loved it. The sharing of stories and the traveling customers. That is where the rare customers showed up. It must have been around 3 a.m. I was cleaning the floors and locking the beer coolers when suddenly the lights went out. I pulled out my cell and used it as a guiding light until I made it back to our counter where I kicked on the gas generator. It lit the parking lot, the bath, and the hall leading to the register. When I looked outside, I could just make out the movement of the trees across the street, but otherwise, it was pitch black. I turned on the radio and started listening to a local station with its night owl DJ commenting on the heavy winds and cracking jokes between songs. Suddenly, I saw some figures in the dark. I could just make them out. They seemed to be a group of kids on bikes. There were 3 of them. 2 of them dropped their bikes and made their way to the door where they just stood there staring at me. I just stared back for a moment, waiting for them to come in. They never did. I moved around the counter and opened the door. "What's up, guys? Out kinda late, aren't you?" I asked them. Expecting them to come in. "Can we use your phone?" one asked. Their heads tilted kinda low. I felt a little worried as I pulled my cell from my pocket and offered it to her. "Sure." She looked at me and then I saw her eyes. They were solid black, almost like ink-filled orbs. "No, I need the real one," she said. Her face twisted into an angry snarl. I pulled the door closed and flipped the lock. No ma'am, you go home and get your mom's phone." They stared at me through the door for a minute longer before turning away and biking off. The next day, I had my boss check the cameras to get the pictures of the creepy kids, but the cameras had been off the whole time. Now, the cameras run off the generator instead of the hall lights. I never saw the kids again. I literally hate reading stories about black-eyed kids because this literally freaks me out. The very first encounter of black-eyed kids was here in Texas, so I wouldn't put it past them to be in Louisiana. Louisiana, you can keep them? Thank you.